Hi and welcome to another Bloom 360e session. In this short video what we're going to be looking at is managing orders in Woocommerce. Alright, so if you've got a website based on WordPress and then your e-commerce engine is Woocommerce, obviously what happens is people buy things and you send them things somehow, whether that distribution is digital or whether you actually put things in a box and then send it through the post. Somehow or another there's an exchange happening. Alright, so let's simulate an exchange just so we've got some an order to work with. So let's run through this. So we've got a shop in front of us right now, so we'll just pretend that we're going to buy one of these products. So if I just click on add to cart, and it'll do a little bit of work, and it's going to take us to our shopping cart. And that's pretty cool. Okay, so now that we're happy with that, we click on proceed to checkout. It's going to take us to the next screen, and it's asking me for some details. And we'll just say that we're going to ship to this address, and I've already got an address put in there because the system does remember you. If you make an order once, it will remember your details the next time. And so all I need to do now is click on proceed to PayPal. Now this is going to fail. This isn't going to work because I don't actually have PayPal connected to this website. But I'll do it anyway because what it's going to do is it's going to still generate an order in the system, and I'm going to show you that order in a second. Okay, so this is the PayPal failure screen. Hopefully you won't see this in the future, but that's fine. That's okay for the moment because it's definitely generated an order for us. So to see our orders, now that we've gone through the sales process, obviously an order has been generated. To see our orders, what we need to do is we need to go to Woocommerce and then orders, and I'll just refresh this screen. And here's our new order. Okay. Alright, so our order screen tells us a lot of things just by itself. It tells us the number of the order, it tells us the name of the customer, it tells us their address, their email address I should say. It tells us how many items they purchased, it tells us their name and address, the postal name and address. It tells us when the order was made, and it tells us how much it was worth. Alright, so if I click on this order number now, it's going to take us into the order screen. It will show us the full details. And very importantly, before we get too far, you'll see here that there is an order status. In this case, it's pending payment. The reason it's pending payment is because, remember, PayPal failed. PayPal didn't actually send you any money. So that's why it's saying pending payment. Okay, so just because I went through that process and was able to get to the final screen doesn't mean that I actually bought anything for free. It doesn't mean that the broken website was just giving things out for nothing. It's definitely telling you, hey, this person hasn't paid. Okay? Alright, so what we need to do is just take a quick look at all of the blocks that are on this page, and also talk a little bit about what your process might be. So somebody makes an order, and what the website does is it generates this order in the system, and it also sends a couple of emails out. It will send you an email telling you, hey, there's a new order in the system, and we'll also send the customer an email as well saying, hey, this is what you've ordered. Okay. Upon your receiving your email, what you would do is at your earliest convenience, which you would come over to the computer and you'd log in and you'd look at this order. The first thing you'd do is you'd look and you'd say, okay, so the order status would generally be processing. That's the first status that you'd get. If payment had been made, the first status that you get is processing. Okay. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to look at what items have actually been ordered. In this case, it's an album called Woo Album number 4, and you'd go and pull that out of the storeroom and you'd put it into the box and seal it up, however you needed to. We've got these two fields here, billing details and shipping details. Now shipping details is the one that you're more interested in because this is the address you're going to write on the top of the box. Okay, so it's giving you the address here, and you write that on top of the box. Okay, so and once you've done that, you just take it to the post office and you put it in the box. Once you've actually completed the order, you would come and you would change this order status to completed, and then you would click Save Order. And that means the order is completed, it's been sent, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So if we go back to our order screen now, It's going to show us our order that we've got, and what you'll notice is we've got a little tick box next to this order now. That means it's completed. It's all finished and you don't have to worry about it anymore. If I just quickly make another order, let's just go back to our music page, and just very quickly I'll just put another order through just as quickly as I possibly can, and that way we'll see 2 orders. Remember, I'm just doing exactly the same thing as I did a second ago. Okay, checkout, and we don't want to ship to a different address. Alright, go to PayPal, and one more time PayPal's going to fail, but that's okay. In this instance it's okay anyway. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so we're going into our backend, we're going to Woocommerce, and we're going to orders, and we should see 2 orders now. Okay, so here's our completed order, and if I hover over that tick you'll see it says completed, and here's the order that we just made a second ago, and it's orange. It's not quite as friendly and not quite as ticky as the completed one. It's saying pending payment. Okay, so we've got 2 orders there, and they're quite distinct. So anything that's completed, you're going to be able to tell the difference of. So that's basically how it works. There's one other feature that I really want to show you because it's pretty useful stuff. Let's go into our new order. And you'll often want to be able to send your customer a message. Like an example would be there's a delay in getting stock, or you send your packages through Australia Post and there's a tracking number. Okay, there's a very, very easy way for you to send messages to your customer, and it doesn't involve taking their email address and putting it into Outlook. You've got this little box over here on the right hand side that says order notes. And basically what happens is you've got this little field here, and any text that I put in, here is your tracking number. Okay, so any text that I put into this box and I click add will be emailed to this address. So if you've got a tracking number, or you just want to advise the customer of something in relation to their product or their order, put it into this field and it'll be emailed to them automatically. Okay, just type the text in here and then click on add, and that's very, very simple, and you'll find that very, very useful. Okay, well, I think that's it for the moment. You'll probably have a million questions because it is a very broad topic and there's a lot to know. If you do have any questions, just hit us up here at Bloom360, and until then, we'll speak to you later. Have fun and enjoy the website.